and welcome to this episode of Joy's World, the podcast. Guys, can I just say we're getting ever so close to episode 100. What am I going to do? Episode 100. I mean, we're still in the 80s, but it's okay. Calm down. Yeah. So basically, I wanted to talk about an experience that I had a few days ago. At the time I'm recording this, it's a few days ago. I went to a venue. I'm not going to say the venue because I'm not trying to be horrible. Like I'm not being horrible. And I'll be working with them soon, so I'm quite excited to give them my feedback and stuff like that. But basically, I went to a concert to see JoJo with my girl Courtney. Love you, Courtney. And first of all, can I just say I called my doctor today because I had a funny term. A few weeks ago, I went out with Toby and Storm, and we was in, I think it was Canary Wharf, right? It was in the tube station. We was getting a lift, and I felt so hot and sweaty, and my heart was racing, and I'd never really feel like I'm gonna faint, but I felt like I was gonna faint. I was like, I said to them, I was like, girls, I need to sit down. So I was like, okay, let's get in the lift and go upstairs and try and find somewhere. So anyways, we went outside and we managed to find, I actually wasn't sitting down, I was standing up, but the air, it did help me. I was like, whew, I don't know what came over me. But that was that. I just put it down to, I don't know. I was like, I'll just get, just whatever. I don't take my health seriously, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, these things happen. I'll be fine. So that was that. And then when I went to see JoJo with Courtney the other day, and again, we had one glass of wine, but you know me, guys, I drink wine all the time. That wine was not getting to me. Are you mad? It wasn't the wine. Anyway, so we drank upstairs. I came downstairs into her kitchen, and she was like, oh, Joy, do you want some Prosecco? I'm going to open Prosecco. Now, you guys know Prosecco is my middle name. And I was literally she was literally about to open it, and I was like, no, actually, I don't want Prosecco. And that's how I know something wasn't right. And I just felt, again, hot. My heart was racing. I felt like I was going to faint. I felt like I needed to sit down. And I literally, I sat down for 10 minutes while we waited for our cab, managed to get into the cab. And I think I fell asleep. I was literally so quiet. And Courtney will tell you guys, I'm never fucking quiet. I could talk for England. And I was so, it was almost like I needed a nap. I don't know, it was really weird. Anyway, so that happened. I kind of I guess I dozed off for a little bit in the cab on the way to the venue, and I kind of felt better once I'd woken up. But I don't know what that was, and it really freaked me out. It's because it's happened twice now, and I'm I don't know, basically I called my doctors today. I said I need to get blood tests because I'm sure they've told me in the past that I'm anemic, but I've never been given any medication for it. So I think I might need that, because I don't know, guys, but the way I felt like I was going to die, and just saying conspiracy theory, some people are saying, why is my voice going again? Oh my God, am I going through a transition? What's going on? No, wait, was it why does my voice sound like that? Yeah, I think it sounds quite sexy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna talk like this for the rest of the episode. No, I'm joking. I don't know why my voice just went funny. I'm going through puberty. I'm going through puberty at 27. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, but no, a conspiracy theory. Is it the COVID jab? I'm just saying, is it the COVID jab? People did say we were going to turn into robots. Do you know what I mean? All those people that didn't get the vaccine, and everybody was cutting them. Oh, you're selfish. Oh, you're this. But now I'm getting these hot flushes, and oh my God, is it early menopause? No. Basically, what I'm saying, I don't know what it is. Also, it could be, I think I am anemic. I'm sure they told me that. I can't really remember. I don't listen to what they say. I think I'm anemic. So it could be that. And also, where I've had the coil and I've been bleeding for so many months, again, that probably can't be good. So yeah, I am tired a lot. But yeah, do you know what it is? I just want to get it checked out because it's really scaring me. That feeling of oh my God, I'm going to faint. I'm going to faint. It's quite scary. So I just want to get it sorted out because I don't want to be like in a place where I can't sit down or I can't have a nap and that happens to me again. So yeah. Anyways, so we get to the concert venue and our cab driver was like, oh, there's a really like long queue, like do you want me to drop you off at the back of it or do you want me to take you to the front? I said, no, take us to the front, we are not queuing in that line. So we got off, like, you see, when you have a disability, yeah, we ain't queuing up. Okay, we're going straight to security and you're going to let us in. That's what you're going to do. Okay, cool. So anyways, so we get to the front, they let us in and the guy's like, I'm going to put you in the cafe to wait because we haven't opened the actual venue doors yet. So anyways, we wait in the cafe for a little bit, they check our tickets, then we go upstairs and we go to like a bar area and he sat us down there and he said, when we open the doors of like where the performance is going to be, you can go in there early. I said, oh, what time's Jojo coming on? And he was like 9 o'clock. This was only like 7:30. I said, okay, we'll wait in the bar, like we're not gonna, because if we go in there, like it's just, why are we waiting in there for like an hour and a half? I need to be where the alcohol is. Okay, thank you. So we was in the bar and it was kind of like a small area. So I said to Courtney, I was like, oh, I think I can see where the bar is. Like, let's get up and go and get ourselves a drink. So we went, like, we managed to find the bar. Of course, we managed to find the bar. And yeah, the guy at the bar was really nice and he like brought our drinks to our table, whatever. And then I think we wanted to get a second drink, and when we got the second drink, there was like more of a queue now because it was getting closer to 9 o'clock. And so by the time we got our drinks, there were people in our seats, so we had to sit on a different table. The guy that brought us to that table, let's call him A, who brought us to our table, was like a security guy, really nice guy. He said he'll come back for us closer to 9 and take us to our seats. Because obviously, like, we both can't see. It was getting closer and closer to 9, and I said to Courtney, I was like, babes, I need to go wee. I need to wee. Like, I'm desperate. I need to go to the toilet. Like, the alcohol goes right through me. So, but obviously, we didn't know where the toilets were. Like, how are we finding the toilets? Okay, cool. So I was like, no, okay, let's stand up. So we stood up and I was like, okay, let me just ask these people. There's like groups of people walking around and some people standing. So I went to some people that were like just standing by a balcony thing. And I was like, excuse me, can you see any like members of staff? And like a girl was really nice, she walked us to one. And we said, oh, we're looking for A. Like he said he was going to take us to our seats or whatever, but can I go to the loo first? Anyways, I went to the loo. Okay, cool. But as I said, alcohol goes right through me. So once you break the seal, okay, I don't know how you people do it that don't break the seal, because as soon as I break the seal, I'll be pissing every 5 minutes. Like every drink will come out in 5 minutes. Like I can't, once I break the seal, it's all over. I remember we'd been drinking from like 7:30-ish till like 9. Like we didn't have that many drinks, but I'm just saying, like, we was making it last. So A comes back to get us, takes us to our seats, fine. But about 3 songs in, like Jojo came out, love you Jojo, you know, like we only knew like the last 10 minutes of the set, but we love you Jojo. I like 3 songs in and I was like, Courtney, I need to pee again. Now guys, I could not, like, you know, like when you, like, you know when you need to go wee a lot, like not small wee, like when you're like, I'm like, if I laugh or if I'm moving the wrong way, this pee's gonna come out. I was desperate. And obviously like in the, what do you call it? I don't know what it's called, auditorium. I don't know where she was performing. It was obviously dark. Totally, like I couldn't see anything. And also what was difficult was that obviously me and Courtney Chops both can't see, and so like when people want, you know, like when you're in those seats that are quite tight and like people need to get past you and you have to stand up to let them through, but if you can't see the people coming, and obviously it's loud because the music is really loud, so we couldn't see or hear each other now at this point. I just felt like really like isolated at some, I was just like, oh, like I can't cope with this. But anyways, like there was some guys behind us, they were like, I don't know if they were drunk or high or what, but they were like they were laughing, they were living their best life, like dancing, singing, they were just making us laugh. Yeah, like me and Courtney kept nudging each other like and I think, yeah, so the guy, I think they must have seen us with our canes out getting seated by security, because then like later on when people need to get past, like the guy tapped me on my shoulder and was like, oh, someone wants to get past, so I stood up and we both stood up and like let them pass and stuff. But again, like that was just even annoying, like because you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, I can't really get comfortable because what if someone wants to get past again and I need to stand up and I won't know. Yeah, it's just awkward. And obviously I think as well, like where I have glasses on, like I think people assume I can probably see more than I actually can, if that makes sense. Like when you're sitting down and your cane's folded up, no one knows, like they're not going to know that you're blind. Do you know what I mean? And so we were both sitting down, so that was a bit awkward as well. But anyways, I got to a point where I was so desperate for the toilet, and I was like, in my head I was like, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna pee. But my dress was kind of like, it was mesh. I had Spanx on underneath, yeah. I was thinking maybe that will soak up a bit of the wee, but I'm not even gonna, listen, I'm not even gonna lie. This is my podcast, this is where I could be honest. I was going to let it go. At this point, I was like, well, what else am I gonna do? I can't sit here for the whole concert being uncomfortable. Like, I'm gonna pee myself. Because I couldn't get out. I didn't know where else, like, I didn't know how to get out. Like, it was very dark. I couldn't see anything. So anyways, what I did was I got my cane out and I kind of like put my hand on my head. Like I was kind of looking, like kept looking to the side. And then the guy behind me must have noticed and he was like, are you all right, love? And I was like, oh no, could you find staff for me, please? And he got a security guy to come. Security guy came and took me to the loo. Anyways, that was fine. Like I came back. I was, you know when they say what a relief? What a fucking relief. Because guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was this close to peeing myself. I swear to God, I was just gonna do it. And I was thinking, okay, I've got a jacket. I can tie my jacket around my waist. I was thinking, no one will know. I was like to Courtney, Courtney, don't judge me if I wee myself. She was like, oh God. I think she would have judged me. Courtney, babes, would you have judged me? I don't know. But you know, like, what can you do in that situation? Like, what can I do? Anyways, so it got me thinking that I think, because it was all well and good, like when we was with the staff, like they were fine, they were nice, like they were great, like they brought us to our seats fine. But I feel like kind of like halfway through, it would have been good if they had like come to see if it was okay, because it could have been anything, like I don't know. But then I was thinking, and this is something that I'm gonna like explore more with my new job, is like if there are two disabled people together at a concert, maybe there could be like an app or a number or something that we can message like the security and be like, oh, like could someone come? I need to like go to the loo, or even go to the bar. Because this is another thing, another reason why I said to the guy, oh, we'll stay in the bar, is because I knew if we had gone into the auditorium thing an hour and a half before the show, we wouldn't have been able to eat or drink anything. And again, like that's boring. I mean, shout out to you if you don't drink, but you know what I mean? Like, even if you wanted an orange juice. And this is the thing sometimes, like when you're disabled, it's kind of like you get put places, especially when you're blind, you get put somewhere and then left there. And it's like, no, but we want to do up enjoyment too. Like I had a rum and coke and that was lovely. Do you know what I mean? Like we want to go to the bar as well. And I get that, you know, like it's not always possible, like with staff and things like that. But I do think if there was a service where it was like, because halfway through the concert, what if I wanted a drink? I mean, in my head, that's just not even a possibility, because I know I wouldn't be able to get up. I can't find the way out. So I couldn't do that. But I think it's really important that like, as disabled people, we are able to have the same or very similar experiences at live music events. And I feel like getting a drink or being able to go to the toilet is one of them. Like really, like it's one of them. And as I say, like I'm not bashing the venue, because they didn't know I was going to need to pee. But you know, I just feel like, yeah, like I feel like there's definitely work that can be done there in terms of once we're sat down in the dark and we can't see or hear each other, it would be nice if we could you know, have some kind of, my fridge is defrosting over there, if we could have some kind of communication with a staff member while we're sitting in our seats, because they can see us but we can't see them. I couldn't give the security like a visual cue or a wave. I didn't know where they were. So yeah, I felt quite isolated. It's difficult, and obviously like in a concert, like it's really loud, and this is weird because I really love music and I really love going to concerts, but do you know where I've had like the best experience is when I think when I went to see maybe Stormzy at the O2. That was really good. Like in terms of, we was in like, I went with my brother-in-law, but we was in like a disabled platform, and it was just like 2 fold-out chairs, so there was like space next to you. Like there were people there, but there was like space, so you could like move about a bit. Like you didn't have to worry about getting up. We was right at the front. We didn't have to worry about like getting up to let anyone past. My brother-in-law said that there was a woman coming around taking drinks orders. Like that is seriously, like seriously, because imagine like even like a wheelchair user, like it might be a bit, like it'll be more difficult to kind of, you know, have to go to the bar, come back with your drinks in tow. Like it's all long. If there was someone, if you can like be seated and just be enjoying yourself, and there's someone coming around taking drinks, or there was an app, as I say, that we could use, that would be really helpful. Look at me with the ideas. Why isn't that invented? But can I just say, you heard it here first, okay? So if you guys start hearing that, my disabled people, then, if you hear that, right, then just say, you guys stole Joy's idea. Thank you. Yeah, no, as I say, I love music venues. I love music. I love concerts, and that's why I'm so excited to start my new job. But yeah, I love like music, and I'm not going to stop going to concerts. It does upset me. It does, you know, I had a bit of like a down day, it was a bit of a dampener, just feeling a little bit isolated. It wasn't the worst, because at least I was with Courtney, and she knows like exactly how it feels. Like we was in the same boat. Luckily we had each other. But even when I go to concerts with sighted people, I do feel like a bit isolated, because I'm in a situation where I can't see and I also can't hear. So I'm like, oh my God, like it's taken my other sense away that I usually rely on. Does that make sense? Like in a normal, like say we was in, I don't know, a restaurant, like we could hear, like I might not be able to see, but I can still like hear the other person, and that's how I communicate. That's what I rely on. Whereas like when there's loud music and you can't see, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And as I say, for me, I honestly, at one point, I felt like I wanted to cry, because I was like, I just want to go to the toilet and I can't. Like I really want to go to the toilet, and I genuinely, like, I don't know, I wouldn't know where to go. And that made me feel like shit. It really did. It really made me feel like shit. And I know it might sound like silly to some people, but imagine like you're sat down. Okay, I can, you can stand up. I can physically stand up, but I don't know where I'm going. Left, right, center. Yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot to not be able to get up and go to the toilet independently. It was yeah, and I genuinely was thinking, I'm gonna have to work myself here, like I'm gonna have to just do it, because and she was only 3 songs in. I was like, I can't last an hour and a half like this. There was no way. But luckily the people behind us were like very happy and giddy, and they was obviously like looking, and they could tell that I needed to get out of here. So yeah, thank you to them. I mean, I did say thank you to them at the time, but thank you. And it's what I mean, like if you're like a non-disabled person, like just try and be like a bit like, just be aware, because it really can help. Like they literally helped me so much, and they don't even know it. They don't even care. They probably just thought they've gone home, they live in their life, they have no clue. They probably don't even remember. But honestly, like it helped me so much, because if I had wet myself, I would have remembered. Do you know what I mean? And that would have been embarrassing. So shout out to them, innit? I really wanted to like, when I was at my mom's house the other day, there was something on the news, and I haven't done research, so just don't fucking quote me. But basically, oh my God, my nose piercing. I really need to get a shorter one now. It's pissed me off. Anyways, yeah. So it was on the news about something about America and their abortion laws. Okay, so I mean, trigger warning if you don't want to hear about abortion and stuff like that. I don't know. As I said, I haven't really done like, I've heard bits and bobs, but I don't know what states these are in. Like, it's America's big in it. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, like, I heard these women on the news arguing or debating, whatever you want to call it, and they're like, someone was like, I'm pro-life, and someone was like, I'm pro-choice, and it was just, it pissed me off. Yeah, it pissed me off. And I don't really talk about like what's going on in the news on this podcast. Like, I never, when do I do that? I don't do that. Like, but I really want to talk about this because it affects a lot of us, right? Now, and then, but that was the other day, right? I saw it, I was pissed off. I spoke about it with my sister, I spoke about it with like my friends, but that's it. Like, I thought, okay, I'm not gonna, like, I don't talk about that kind of thing on my podcast, but I really want to talk about it because it's riled me up, right? Because I just seen a TikTok of a visually impaired girl that I follow, American, and I've just unfollowed her. Shout out to you. I unfollowed her just because I was just like, oh, I can't. Do you know what it is? Like, in 2022, I don't have time to argue with people. I just will just remove myself. So, like, if I don't like what you have to say, I'm not going to keep following you and watching what you're saying just to be annoyed. Like, I don't have that energy. Does that make sense? So now I feel like, rather than like keep consuming people's content that you don't like if someone messaged me and was like, oh, Joy, your podcast is shit, you're ugly, you're a fat cat, you chat shit, I'd be like, thank you, but why are you watching then? Why are you watching? Why are you listening? Why are we here? How did we get to this point? Do you know what I mean? I just don't have time for it. And I'm not like that. So I wouldn't like continuously watch someone's content if I didn't like it. If I didn't like what they had to say, why am I watching it then? Like, I'm not doing that. So anyways, yeah, she was basically saying about she's pro-life and blah blah blah. She basically said like she made a decision. Like, I'm not going to go too much into what she said because I don't know. She doesn't. That's your business, isn't it? Basically, she was saying she's pro-life, which basically was saying she don't believe in abortions. Okay, now this is my thing. This is just me, just Joy. This is just my opinion, okay? But this is what I believe in. I think America is fucking wayward, and I think that they need to let people have their abortions in peace, okay? That's what I honestly believe. And I don't give a fuck if you want to say you're pro-life, be pro-life, that's your business, but just leave everybody else out. Like, this is what I'm saying, like, I can respect other people's opinions, I can respect other people's decisions, but it seems like it cannot go vice versa. If you get pregnant and you choose to keep the baby, I've done that. I've got a child. I've got a 6-year-old. Yeah. So you get pregnant, you choose to keep your baby. Congratulations, well done to you. But if you get pregnant and you choose not to have that baby, then do you know what? Well done, congratulations to you. Like, why? How? And do you know what? Sorry, this is just what I want to say, right? Abortions have been happening. They've always been happening, but they was done in very like dangerous conditions, right? Like, I'm sure I heard stories about people putting like a coat hanger up their vagina and like, are you mad? There's like witch doctors, like, give you some kind of tea, like, it's mad. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, and bear with me because you know me, I mean, I don't know if I'm the most articulate person, do you know what I mean? I'm not articulate, I'm not politically correct either. But this is my opinion. I just think if people want to have abortions, they should be able to have abortions. I think that you have to think about the circumstances that people are in. And it's all well and good being like, I'm pro-life. And so if you're like, and this is what I need to ask somebody, right? If you're pro-life, are you anti-contraception as well? Because I don't know, like, I don't actually know anyone personally that is like really pro-life. Yeah. I know my sister was saying that I think some Catholics are anti-contraception. So I think like once you get married, and obviously that's when you're supposed to have sex, if you get pregnant, like, they believe that you keep every baby. I don't know, if you're Catholic, you can message me, let me know if that's correct. I don't know. I'm asking. But yeah. So I know there are people that are anti-contraception, but these people that are pro-life and anti-abortion, I just want to know, like, are you also anti-contraception? Because can we think about that for 1 second? If there was no contraception and no abortion, think about how many babies would just have either wayward families or no families. Like, think about the conditions. And I mean, think about the condition. There's so many children in the foster care system already, right? So if imagine if you take away abortions as well, there's going to be so many babies like not wanted. And why bring a baby into the world that's not wanted? Like, as the mother, you don't want it. Maybe the father doesn't want it. Like, think about that child. Like, it's all well and good saying you're pro-life, but what's going to happen? What kind of life is that child going to have? Like, what kind of life is that child going to have? Like, I remember, like, when I was pregnant with Janelle, and I was scared. I was worried because obviously I was, on my own. And I remember listening to Lauryn Hill, listening to Zion, listening to it over and over and over again. And I had to think to myself, at first I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Like, I was 21, I wasn't in a relationship. It was a very like difficult situation at the time. I was visually impaired, I was living on my own, like I was just working, just about finding my feet. Like, I was, in my 20s, very early 20s, 21, just about living my life, learning life. And then I got pregnant. And I wasn't sure what to do. But do you know what helped me make the decision to keep her was actually the support of my mum. Because she said to me, I will help you. She said to me, I'll be there for you. But if I didn't have that, what am I doing? What would I be doing on my own with a baby, like totally on my own? Like, no, like, I'm sorry, no, like, it, as I said, if you've got family support, which I was lucky enough to have, I had my mum, I had my sister, I even had Courtney, friends, Courtney's family, they've been like in Janelle's life from when she was born. I remember traveling all the way to Bermondsey. I think Janelle was like 8 weeks old, all the way to Bermondsey from Shepherd's Bush. And I remember like Courtney's mum took Janelle and Courtney took Janelle, and I literally slept on Courtney's bed. Like, I just needed a nap. I slept. Okay. But when you have good friends and good family like that, then yes, you're able to look after a child and bring up a child. I don't understand though, like these pro-lifers that are like, yeah, just keep every single baby. But what if you can't look after them? Like, what if you are not in a position to look after them? And it's all well and good to be like, well, don't have sex then. Well, don't have sex. You don't have sex, okay? Also, can we think about rape victims, people that are molested, abused by own family members? What, they should keep those children when they've been raped? And can I just say, if you have been raped, or you know someone who has been raped and has kept the child, I'm not saying they shouldn't have, but what I'm saying is I would understand if someone was raped and they didn't want to keep the child. That's what I'm trying to say, because there very much is a lot of people that are rape victims or rape survivors, and they have kept the child, and I think well done to them, because they're seeing that child as their child and they're not labeling them as bad as whatever the other person did. So I think that's great. But what I'm saying is there may be victims that it's too much. That's too much for them, and that's fine. Like, that's okay. And this is what I just don't get. Like, how comes I feel like I can respect people's decision, but I think to make it illegal means you're taking away the opportunity for people to have abortions safely. That's all you're doing. You're not stopping them having abortions. They will have abortions. They've been having abortions, bruv. People will travel. They'll just travel to another country. I mean, who's got who's going to have money for that? And who's that going to affect? So the rich people will be able to travel. They can catch a plane. Right? Say you're living in America and you've got money or whatever, you could travel to another country to have a safe abortion, right? But if you're poor, you cannot afford to do that. What are you going to do? You're going to either A, have an unwanted child, or B, have an unsafe abortion. Try and do it yourself. Go to a witch doctor. Go to some, I don't know, backstreet abortion clinic. Like, not, it's very, I find it very sad, and I find it like, I just don't get it. Like, having it there, it doesn't mean that every woman that gets pregnant is not having abortions. Like, how many blood clot children in the world? Like, we're not all having them, but for the people that want them, why can they not have it safely? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. We're not living in the 1920s, okay? We're not like, not no one, but some of us are not waiting till marriage to have sex. And whether you're religious and you think that's what we should be doing, then that's kudos to you. But a lot of people are not doing that. So we're having sex, we're active out here, and now you're saying we can't have abortions. Like, it makes no sense. And as I said, I would love to know if you're pro-life. Actually, I don't think I want to know, I don't care. But I just want to know, like, if you're pro-life, are you also anti-contraception then? Did you just think that every time you have sex with someone, if you get pregnant, then you should just keep every single baby? I would probably, like, what if you had about 20 babies? I was about to say I would probably have 20 babies, but I've only ever had one pregnancy. So I mean, now I've got the coil, so you know what I mean. But yeah, like, I've only ever had one pregnancy. But what if you're very fertile and you just like keep, like, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I just think it's horrible. Like, I really do. I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible that decision, that safe option is going to be taken away from people, or could be taken away from people in America. And it's America. This is America. I can't believe it. America, you are crazy. If you're listening to this in America, I don't know. I just think it's very sad. And as I say, like, I don't know. I just feel like if people want to have abortions, they should be able to have abortions safely. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with, like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, let people live their life, make their decisions. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what people think are going to happen to these babies that are not wanted. You know, it's very hard being a parent. It's very hard being a parent. And I think people that have abortions, it's not an easy decision. Do you know what I mean? It's not, it can't be, it's not an easy choice. And now it could be that they have to have it in a really unsafe way. And I think that's disgusting. But yeah, I'm going to end on that note. If you are pregnant and you're considering an abortion, I want to say good luck to you. Absolutely good luck to you. And just do what's best for you. Because once you have a child, it's not what's best for you anymore. It's all about Peppa Pig, yeah? So I'm just saying, if you want a baby, then just understand you're going to watch Peppa Pig and you're going to have lots of poo and wee on you. But that's fine. We love it. We love it sometimes. Do you know what I mean? No, but seriously, like, either way, I just do what's best for you. Honestly, fuck people's judgment about fucking abortion. Fuck you. Judge yourself. Judge your mum. Don't judge your mum. But yeah, no, I think it's really sad. I do. But it's like, sometimes it's that thing in it. Like, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. But yeah, I feel sorry for women that cannot have safe abortions, and I hope that these laws are not passed. They might have been passed already. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't really watch the news that much. I don't really watch because it makes me sad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't watch it a lot. I listen to like Newsbeat on the radio, and that's it. I can't listen to like the news all the time. I don't want to know everyone that's dying. Like, I can't cope with it. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening to this episode. Remember to rate my podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Remember to follow your dreams and follow me on Instagram at Joy's What the Podcast. Follow me on Twitter at JoyXOXO. Email me if you're a hot guy or a hot girl, joyspodcast@hotmail.com. Follow me on TikTok as well. I'm getting into TikTok. I'm trying to do more TikTokies. Okay, so like and share my TikTokies. Yeah, that's it really. Remember to stay happy and live your best life always.